Come support the Sin City Scizors by buying some merch to kick off the WBE Season 3. Links in the description down below. Once back, guys, your boy PattyTrills, a.k.a. Young Johnny Bravo, a.k.a. the coach of your Sin City Scizors, bringing you the Week 2 team prep against the Melbourne Rotoms, who is coached by Cybertron VGC. This man, or Aaron, A.A. Ron, he's got a scary team. And obviously, he's a scary battler. On top of that, this dude is world known of his battling skills, especially in the VGC community. But hopefully, we can pick up this dub because it's a singles, not VGC. So, to go off his team, which is obviously over here, he has Conkelder, Kartana, Mamoswine, Marowak, Alola, Rotom Heat, Excelgor, Lycanroc, Midday, Miltank, Guzzlord, and Slowbro Mega. So, you guys already know my team over here. We kind of went over it last week and stuff. If you guys didn't see the last battle against Gator or the Florida Gators, go watch it. It was lit. So we already built a team, so I'm going to kind of show you guys what I think will have us the best chance of winning that. So if you want to transition that right now, boom, I can show you guys what we're bringing. So if we go to his team, as you can tell, he's got Kartana, Mamoswine, Lycanroc, Midday, Miltank, and Guzzlord. 5 Pokemon all week to fighting. So to me, that's why I was like, okay, we'll bring Primeape here, because Primeape is the fighting type and it hits decently hard. So we're doing a not max speed. We speed grab to outspeed a max speed Rotom because there's nothing else that's close beyond that. Everything else outspeeds me naturally, and Rotom's the thing below it. So we put the rest into attack, and then we give ourselves a little bulk on HP. With close combat, U-turn, Stone Edge, and Toxic, we have Defiant in the off chance that he wants to defog with his Kartana or possibly his Rotom Heat, which I don't think he'll have. I think he'll have, if he brings Kartana, Kartana's definitely gonna have defog, but I wouldn't switch into it anyways. It would be more of, I don't know. I would have to play really risky to have the Defiant pop off, but if he has Rotom Heat with defog, then I'll feel a little bit more comfortable going into it, because Kartana kind of low-key bops us. So this guy's matchup with Aaron, or Cybertron, I would say. Cybertron's matchup with him is a little bit more trickier than I was with Gator, because Gator didn't have that many checks to me. As for me and Aaron, Cybertron here can kind of switch on and off. So yeah, with these, the close combats are everything that hits that's weak to fighting, and it's stab, obviously. U-turn for pivot and also hits Slowbro Mega. Stone Edge for the Rotom Heat and the Alola Marowak, so I don't get walled by him completely, because obviously I can see that being a switch into close combat Prime if he thinks some Scarf possibly, or, you know, not Life Orb, but like Scarf or Bandit or something like that. So, and then Toxic, literally Toxic, because I couldn't think of another move that would really matter. But if I get Toxic the Slowbro, or Toxic maybe like the Guzzlord or the Rotom, like to start like whittling shit down on the switch-ins, so I could kind of play it safe. Like if I Toxic the Alola Marowak when it came in instead of wasting for a close combat, because it's a safer play, I would at least get some momentum than no momentum, if that makes sense. So we have Twitch Prime here. That's what we're bringing. So now we got Gobi. That's Kobe's brother, I guess. I don't know. So it's Eviolite, Infiltrator for any subs, because sub Rotom's a thing. And then what else is on his team that could benefit from subs? I gotta remember. It's been we built this team like a couple days ago. Yeah, for like any streams or subs or anything. Infiltrator is just nice. It's better than Inner Focus. I don't see anything he has on there that could possibly flinch. So we have Toxic, obviously, for the same idea to Toxic anything. Heat Wave for the Kartana, and Heat Wave for like Excelgor or like Mamo if it's not thick fat for whatever reason. Ruse just to get our health back, and Super Frank to break walls down like the Slowbro Mega. Like once it's Mega evolved, we don't have to worry about Regenerator or anything like that. We can really get like a big, on a switch in, a nice good chunk of damage off. Speed Crab to outspeed. Well, we speed crept to outspeed crep or Rotom speed creeping us, if that makes sense, because Rotom's at base 86 and we're base 90, so we're 4 points higher than him naturally, but we added 5 points into our speed to try to outspeed his creeping on us with that. And also at this, since we're at a 90, yeah, it's just ultimately to outspeed the Rotom. We got Teach Me How to Druddy. With a special Drudagon set. Now, I know y'all might be looking at me like I'm a little crazy, but hear me out. Ahaha. You see it, right? Hear me out. Dark Pulse, Flamethrower, Draco Meteor, Glare. Hear me out. Glare's to slow down Kartana or anything like that to switch in or whatever. Or like to slow literally anything down. Like if I could slow down Mamo, that'd be really good. Let's say if he believes I'm gonna go for like a Fire Punch if Kartana's out, because Drudagon's my switch in for Kartana every time because I'm pretty bulky and I can eat both stabs. Let's say he thinks I'm gonna go for a Fire Punch because he knows I carry it. Goes into Mamo to try to eat it, hit him with the Glare, and then on top of that, I can then, Mamo Swine becomes less of a threat to me at that point. Also, we'll just say what these moves go off so you guys understand why I'm bringing Special Drudigan with Life Orb, Sheer Force, which actually does a lot. Like, y'all might be low-key sleeping on this set, but it kind of does a lot to all of his mons. So we calced it to a fully HP, fully defensive Slowbro Mega. Dark Pulse still drops like 70% on him. Like it's a Tuco. Because it's defensive, not Spadef, right? Flamethrower absolutely bobs Kartana. Draco Meteor. Draco Meteor's for a hard stab. I don't really quite remember if it actually kills Guzzlord, but I know it does a lot. Dark Pulse also for Alola Marowak, because Marowak could also be a switch in for him. And I can glare the Marowak on top of that. So I'm freely able to glare everything besides Rotom Heat coming in. But why would he go into Rotom Heat to eat I guess to eat the Fire Punch he can, but I'm not really worried about Rotom Heat because I resist both stabs on top of that. I got Dark Pulse for him anyways. But yeah, so special. Actually, let me open the couch right now. Let me double check over here on the couch because I'm almost positive we did this for a reason. Almost positive we did this for a reason because of Guzzlord. We outspeed Guzzlord naturally, but we also speed cards a little bit just so they try to outspeed Creep us because we're a little bit faster than Conkeldurr, Drudagon, Marowak, Alola. Not Drudagon. Guzzlord, Marowak, Alola. We're naturally a little bit faster by 3 points, but we added a little bit more to gain if they try to creep us for any reason. So we're gonna go Drudagon. Modest. I didn't import these sets yet, so give me a second. Oh no. Item Line Form. I'm gonna say Draco here, right? I'm gonna say Guzzlord. Showdown usage, right? So to a max HP, max Spadef, Guzzlord, it still does 74%. But let's just say he's not max Spadef, because obviously not everyone brings that. If he's just max HP, I have a chance to kill. If he comes in on rocks, I guarantee kill. Like I guarantee Oko if he comes in on rocks. If he's just max HP, then some form of offense or whatever. So we're fine. Or let's say he's just not max HP and just say he's max Spadef and something like that. If he's max Spadef, I don't kill the Draco. But still, I do a lot. I can punch it really hard. And obviously he kills me with the Draco. But it's just to throw him off with anything. Actually, no, Draco doesn't kill. His Draco doesn't kill me if he has no special attack investments. But, it depends what set he's running. But yeah, so Flamethrower, Dark Pulse, Draco Glare. Special Drudigan, low-key the wave. We'll see how well that works. We'll see if it throw him off. Because the idea is to throw him off. Because if he has Kartana out, I'm going to go into Drudigan. He's going to probably not stay because of the Fire Punch, right? And so, if let's say he's like, okay, goes to Slowbro Mega or something like that, I can really Dark Pulse. Or if he thinks he's going to go to Mammoth Swine for Thick Fat, I can Glare. Or if he goes into Marowak Alola, Glare, dark, you know, I can really throw them off with things because with damage calcs as well, I'm almost certain. Let me look this up again. I hate doing this. I'm sorry. Life orb. I should really just import these, like, on Jaw. Do that right, and then this we're gonna go Marowak Alola. We'll just say it's like HP and Fizz attack, right? Like Dark Pulse does 93% max. So if like I go for Dark Pulse and there's rocks up, I have a 75% chance to OHKO after Stealth Rocks, which is really good. Would do that. So yeah, we just got good switches with Special Druid again. Okay, anyways, moving on to Beyblade, or Mega Zam. So Beyblade is speed crept to outspeed Scarfed Mamoswine. We put the rest of special attack, summon to HP, the rest of defenses we're using our IVs correctly. Timid obviously crept to outspeed, like I said, Scarfed Mamo, and also to outspeed something else. It was something else that we have to outspeed. Let me check on his team. Oh, my bad. Here are the calcs. It was... Oh, Excelgor. We have to outspeed Excelgor and also Scarfed Mamo. But not Scarfed Rotom, because Rotom naturally outspeeds us regardless. But we're not really too worried about Rotom. So, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam is for Guzzlord, because we can OHKO that while we're Mega'd. Shadow Ball to a non-Spadef Slowbro Mega does like 80% almost max. So especially if we get a Calm Mind up, then we literally obliterate this man's entire team. And Psychic, because it's stab, it's good on Conkeldurr, it's good on to hit everything besides Mega Slowbro, because nothing else resists that, and Guzzlord obviously. But once I get one Calm Mind up, like I can Calm Mind on the Conkeldurr, I can Calm Mind on the Mega Slowbro, because there's really nothing you can do back to me. And I can Calm Mind on... It's kind of really about it. Yeah, that's like the only real... Well, maybe Rotom Heat as well. I can Calm Mind on that. So then we got Insanity, or Linsanity, or Incineroar, or whatever. I should probably change that name. Make it more... Insanity. Alright. With U-Turn, Flame Charge, Darkest Lariat, and Low Kick, we have Chople Berry, so we can eat anything from a Kartana, we can eat something from a Conkeldurr, we can eat... that's really the only thing that I'm worried about with fighting type moves. So our U-Turn, Flame Charge, Darkest Lariat, and Low Kick. Flame Charge, obviously, for the Kartana. Darkest Lariat for the Slowbro Mega and Marowak Alola. Low Kick for the Mamoswine. And then U-Turn just for Pivot as well. So the way I have it speed crept is after one Flame Charge, I naturally outspeed a max speed Mamo. So let's say he's not Scarfed, and let's say he's Life Orb Mamo or whatever like that. After one Flame Charge, I naturally outspeed it. And then Low Kick does a shit ton of damage to him. Don't remember the calcs off the top of my head of how much Low Kick does, but I know Low Kick was the better option out of that on Guzzlord as well. Then I forgot what other moves. He gets like Cross Chop or something like that, but Low Kick at least doesn't have a chance to miss, and it does a lot of damage because they're two thick boys right there. And then I put the rest in attack to hit really hard than HP, just to have some naturally more bulk. And we got Lanny Phantom, and I know it'd be weird to have Landorus because Mamoswine's right there. Yeah, Mamoswine's a fucking problem. Like, realistically, like, Mamo's pretty... Like, Mamo's probably one of his most threatening mons on this team. Like, that and, like, a Kartana are, like, the most threatening to me. So we got Stealth Rocks. I want to get Rocks up really early because that'll work really well on the little Marowak, the Rotom Heat, and to get some chip on the other boys to try to have rolls in our favor. But mostly those two as well to really whittle them down. And then also, I know I was talking about how Dredagon's really my switch to Kartana. I can always go into Conkeldurr. I can always go into Gobi, the Golbat, in front of Conkeldurr and Kartana for switch-ins because I'll eat anything that they throw at me because I'm defensive. But if I want to start getting on like the offensive and like throw them off, that's why Dredagon's there as well. But anyways, the Stealth Rock for rocks, super power so I can body the Mamoswine. Because I can eat anything with the Yachi Berry. I could definitely eat an Ice Shard. I could eat an Icicle Crash. Then super power to body and back. I don't think it kills, but I know it does a lot of damage. And then I can U-turn and Earthquake U-turn obviously for pivot and Earthquake because it's fucking Lando. And then I speed crab to outspeed Rotom Heat. And then that's kind of my team. I think this is our best option. We did think about bringing Seismitoad as well, but we were worried about Kartana kind of running around because Seismitoad does have a decent matchup on Marowak and Rotom. And then also I was worried about what is it? Not freeze dry. Is it freeze dry? It's super effective on water type moves. It becomes quad effective on Seismitoad. And if Mamo's there, even though if it's an adamant Mamo, it still 2-Kos me. And then also I could wall slope Omega, especially if it was like a rest talk version of it because I have the water absorb. But we just kind of thought I'd sit it out because I think the double Intimidate core on Mamo, Conk, Kartana, and because he has a lot of really heavy physical attackers, I think the double Intimidate core is really good. And none of them can benefit off it. Like there's no Defiant users or anything like that. So I think to get the Intimidate cores off on everyone, I think that's really good. Try to really kind of like make them not hit as hard and then try to whittle them down with switches. So if I can get these rocks up pretty early, that'd be good. And then try to like whittle them down and like take them apart as the battle goes on. And then have maybe at the end like one of the sweepers like a Beyblade, Lanny Phantom, or even Primeape to kind of really come up and clean up shop. Like maybe get like a mini sweep, like a 2 or 3 kill at the end. That'd be really good like last week. So yeah, that's the team. That's the team we're using. That's the team that we're going to be using today. So we got Twitch Prime, Gobi, Druddy, Beyblade, Cinity, and Lanny Phantom. That's what we're bringing. Hopefully you pick up another win for the Sin City Scizors. If you guys want to buy merch, links in the description down below. It's the very first link you guys should see up there. And I appreciate you guys like always. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. You guys know me as PattyTrills. I'm out. Yoga.